Buenos dias, ¿qué pasó, you guys? John's Moto Garage, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing some stuff on the Dyna. My plans today are to swap these Dynamite Crew risers off of the Street Bob, and I want to put those here on the FXDX. In addition to that, I will be removing the clamshell fairing off of the FXDX. Oh yeah, and if you haven't already, like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram at John's Moto Garage, and I'm actually on TikTok now too, believe it or not. All right, we finally got that dialed in. Now, before I really tear into this, I should probably check. I gotta make sure that this clamp here is gonna work with this. So I'll measure these and is that gonna I don't know that is, I'm not sure that's gonna work, to be honest. I don't know, that might look kind of goofy. But in addition to that, it just might not even fit at all is the problem. I'm gonna get this fairing off, and I guess we'll go from there. So if you're wondering, this is not a quick disconnect for the clamshell fairing. However, it is pretty dang easy still. So you just loosen this up a little bit, and then this is on a hinge and it pops off. Alright, set that guy there for now. I got this little ring to protect the headlight. For the time being, I do not plan on selling the clamshell, even though I also don't plan on throwing it back on. But if something ever happened where I was going to do like a road trip, it'd be nice to throw it back on there. So now these here are just the most hideous looking turn signals ever. I'm probably just going to peel these off. That really just looks terrible to me. Alright, so we've got the bars off the Street Bob. We'll take the top clamp off of this guy here. Easy does it. Bam. Alright, so we've got the Dynamite Crew risers here. We took those off the Street Bob. Next up, we'll remove these risers off of the FXDX, and then we'll start changing things out. Alright, so as you can see, we successfully moved over one of them, and I left this here just to give you guys kind of a comparison. So you got your 6-inch pullback Dynamite Crew riser versus an 8-inch just straight riser. So the pullback isn't super gnarly. It's like 1.5 inches, but you do have a bit of a pullback there, and then of course it's going to sit lower. Alright, now here's the moment of truth. Before I get too far ahead of myself, I really have to make sure that this is even going to work with the Dynamite Crew top clamp. So everything's still loose, obviously it's not put back together, but I'm going to put the bars on and see if we can get the speedo and tack to fit on the Dynamite Crew top clamp. So let's see what happens. Alright, moment of truth here, you guys. Alright, this should have been the most obvious. This should have been like a dead giveaway from the get-go, and this is actually one of the things I thought to measure at the first, but I didn't. Anyway, as you can see, that is not going to work. So I'm gonna have to figure something out. That's a bummer. What's up, you guys? John's Moto Garage. So a couple days back, I tried swapping out and changing the Dynamite Crew bars for the risers that I have on the FXDX. Basically, I wanted to move that setup over here. After going through all this nonsense and work, came to find out it wasn't gonna work because I forgot to measure the distance between those two bolts and these two bolts, and as it turns out, these ones are offset. They're a little bit wider apart here, and so I ended up going online. Dynamite Crew does offer a top clamp that has the proper like mounting bracket built into it. Cost 45 bucks for the top mount, an extra 40 bucks just for shipping. I did order one just because I really dig those Dynamite Crew risers. However, I also found online a set of 5.5-inch risers, because my big deal with this FXDX is these 8-inch risers are just too tall. You got an 8-inch in the rise plus about 3.5 to 4 inches with the bars. It's about a 12-inch rise total. Way too tall for me, especially with the drifting. The wheelie's not as big a deal, but with learning how to drift, it's just really awkward for my setup. So what I did, jumped online, and for I think it was like 50 bucks, I found a set of 5.5-inch risers that should fit with this bike. And so that's what I have, bam, right here in the box. So let's go ahead and open it up. I don't have the receipt, but I think these were only like 40-50 bucks. These are 5.5-inch risers with just a slight pullback, and they're set up for this stock bar setup. So it should be a pretty easy swap out. Now bear in mind, this does not come with the top clamp, so you use your stock top clamp. That's likely what keeps the cost down. But I was about to pay 130 bucks for one, and then I did some more research and found this one that looks to do the trick. I guess I could take the bars off first, but this will work. Take that guy off. Throw this one on. This is the right side, right? Yeah, right side. Easy enough. We got the old ones off, new ones on. Probably going to go up a little bit more again. Right there. Yeah, I think for both the wheelies and the drifting, this is a much better setup for me. Alright, you guys, my phone battery died because it's so freaking hot in here. Or the battery didn't die, the phone shut off because of the heat. But there you have it. So these are Drag Supplies 5.5-inch risers with a slight pullback, as you can see. That'll fit me way better than the other ones, because I cut off 2.5 inches in height, and I got a little bit of a pullback. So yeah, much better fit. So now I have no excuses when it comes to the drift game. I have no excuses. I've got the crash bars, I've got the sliders, I've got the shock sliders, I've got the shorter risers with the pullback. So next time I get a chance, we'll have to get out there and see if we can get this thing sliding. Anyway, there you have it, John's Moto Garage. Like and subscribe. Let me know below, do you dig it with the smaller risers with the pullback, or do you dig the taller riser look? Drop a comment below, let me know. We'll catch you on the next one. Adios, nos vemos.